Hey Joburg, how you guys doing? Hope you all had a good evening's sleep and rest. As you can see, I'm managing to walk today, still in a whole bunch of pain, but the meds are actually working a little bit. Just rushing off here to the Sandton Convention Centre. I'll be doing the LeaderEx Expo here. I'm sure I will find someone interesting to talk to. There's always interesting people at these kind of things. Tons of things going on here at LeaderEx, but most importantly, I've managed to find coffee. I'm going to get myself some coffee, fuel myself out, and we're going to go see what else is happening here. Okay, so ladies, besides giving me awesome free coffee, what is Liberty doing here today?
Okay, so this is the Thirst and No Bar. So this is where people come to network and connect over a cup of coffee. We have a charging station where you can charge your phones. And then if you proceed to the back, we have a shrine where people pass through inspirational messages, quotes, and you find them at the back, and then you're more than welcome to take somebody else's card and leave with that. So sharing inspiration and charging over a free cup of coffee.
Tell me about the Digital Academy and tell me what you guys are doing here.
So the Digital Academy is basically a company. We provide a practical experience for software developers. It's a 4-month internship. When they start, our partners provide a problem statement. So they have to build a solution towards that problem statement. So after 4 months, the guys that are top performers, they get placed with our partners for an extended internship. And then after that, if they are also performing very well, they get permanent employment.
And where did the idea come from? How long have you guys been around?
We've been around for almost 3 years now. And the idea came about, we are tired of having to look overseas for software developers. Why can we not invest on our own people and sort of have our own talent doing the job?
Okay, and where are you guys based? How do people find you?
We are based at Johannesburg CBD, Corner Commissioner and Simmons, on 77 Commissioner to be more exact. And people can find us on our social media pages. On Twitter it's at StreetDev, and on Facebook it's the Digital Academy. They can also go through our website, and that's where all the info is.
Awesome.
htxt.africa and Standard Bank Innovation Challenge is Bankymoon. Congratulations!
Tell me a little bit more about your product and how the idea came about.
So it was actually, basically it's a microgrid which is for powering rural communities, selling energy services like lighting, cell phone charging and TV, as opposed to kilowatt hours, which is what we're all used to paying. And the idea came about spurred by an entrepreneur in Tanzania who'd made his own microgrid from a small stream which he'd used bike parts and an old alternator to make a power source, and then run wires to all of his community members and sold them power on a daily, weekly or monthly basis for basic services. So it would be $1 a month for 2 light bulbs, and if they wanted to run a TV, then they would add an extra $1 per month. So that's basically the core of the idea.
Cool. And where are you guys trialing this at the moment?
We're completely focused in Zambia, so we operate between Johannesburg and Zambia. We manufacture systems here, deploy them there. It's just been where we've got the most experience and where we've been able to get funding thus far.
Okay, here now with Linda Swart, who's one of the managers at the Standard Bank Incubator team. Linda, can you tell me, first off, why the Standard Bank Incubator was involved with these awards?
I think this was a fantastic initiative. I mean, some brilliant pitches on the stage today, from upcycling to technology to apps to Bitcoin. So for us, we support entrepreneurs in South Africa. We want to see them grow. We help them with access to market opportunities. So this was one of those initiatives where we were driving that.
Wow, it has been crazy here at LeaderEx today. Some fantastic talks, met some fantastic people. I'm having a quick 5-minute little break outside, and the next one up I think is Lorien Gamaroff, who is the CEO of Bankymoon. He's going to be giving a chat about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and I have a feeling that this is going to be the busiest event of the day so far. Okay, so we're here with Lorien, who will probably had the most well-attended talk at LeaderEx today. Lorien, for the layman, explain to me what Bitcoin is.
So Bitcoin is this new sort of internet money. It's not actually issued by any government or central bank. It's a decentralized network, which means that we have, instead of a bank that holds accounts, we now have this cloud sort of bank where groups of volunteers are holding ledgers and holding bank accounts, holding value, and anybody can now go and interact and transact on that bank account. So it really does represent an entirely new way of transacting value around the world. And the amazing thing is that it almost acts like a digital form of gold, where there's a fixed supply, and the supply is going to slowly increase up until a limit, and then once we reach the limit, that's all we have.
And once again, for the layman, how would you get involved, and how would you suggest that people get involved?
So it is early days right now, and there's a lot of uncertainty, and there's also a lot of other sorts of currencies that are being created now that the idea around Bitcoin has come out. So it is a very confusing space right now. But what I would suggest is that people start looking into Bitcoin. There are some local exchanges like Luna.com in South Africa that are very they're legitimate. They have good investors, and they make sure that the customers' funds are safe. What you can do is you can go and purchase maybe 100 Rand or whatever you can afford to purchase, and start at that point, because the only way you can really get an understanding of it is by actually holding it and actually using it.
Tell me about this electricity project that you're involved with.
Right, so a couple of years back, I was working in the energy industry, and what we were doing is we were building out smart grids and prepaid meters, smart meters, and that sort of thing. And what we realized was that there's a big drive throughout the country and throughout Africa to roll out prepaid meters. In Africa, that's a problem because people live in a cash economy, and if you have a prepaid meter, you need to have accessible vendors where you can now go, even in the middle of the night if you run out of electricity to pay. So we were trying to come up with all sorts of ways for people to be able to buy electricity, and all the channels that we had just couldn't cut it. And I was very interested in Bitcoin at that stage, and I envisioned a world where anybody could now access digital payments through Bitcoin. So what I got to thinking was maybe what we could do is create a Bitcoin payment system for the prepaid meters, and that's what got me thinking about foreign aid. Where we have a lot of schools and hospitals in Africa. They all have issues with paying their budgets. Their budgets don't cover all the costs. One of the biggest expenses is usually utilities. So maybe what we could do is allow foreign donors to now fund that energy. But if you have an organization in the middle, it means that the donors don't have confidence that the money that they donate is going to go directly to that utility. So I thought, well, if we created a Bitcoin payment system, then a foreign donor could directly pay the meter, and all the money that they pay would go to paying for the energy. And so I thought, well, let's do this. And we created a pilot, and now we're quite excited about it. We've been to Europe, and there's an enormous amount of excitement about now directly funding causes they believe in. But using a system like this, we can now give them trust that all the money that they donate is going to go directly to that cause. So we're now creating this pilot, and we hope to launch a crowdfunding platform soon. And we have a lot bigger plans, to bring renewables into it and to create real sustainable solutions.
Now, where can people find out more information about this?
So on my website, Bankymoon.com, I do have a section there which is social projects. If they go, they can see a little video there. They can find a talk that I gave about that particular project. Bankymoon.com, social projects.
Awesome stuff. Thanks for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
That was a very cool day. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Met some really interesting people, some great talks. Just to see where technology and ideas are going to take us over the next couple of years, it is going to be such an exciting time. The world that our children are going to grow up in is something that I don't even think people my age can quite get a grip on, because it's going to be such a different world. I suppose that comes with the territory. I hope you enjoyed today's vlog. Please do subscribe down here somewhere. Hit the subscribe button, share the channel out, and I will chat to you again soon. Have a fantastic evening. Cheers, Joburg.